There we go, part two. Part two. Yeah. So I was saying, yeah. So she came to me and said to me, "I think you might have depression," and I was like, "Nah, depression. Don't be stupid." And in my brain, I think some people are depressed are how you imagine them to be, suicidal and just like walking around with a grey cloud over their head all the time. I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend people that do stuff with it. I'm saying, but it's just that's the perception you have of people that have got depression. I didn't know much. Like I said at the start of the video, I didn't know nothing about mental health. And neither do I. I'm not an expert in any way, shape, or form. But it's worth looking online. There's a charity called Mind. I think mind.org.uk. If I find it, I'll link it in the description. But they've got, obviously there's other ones too, but they're the ones that come to mind. They've got a lot of information on anxiety, depression, all those sort of things as well. So, yeah, she said, "I think you're depressed," and she looked online, and I said, "No." So I started doing some research on my own, and Mind have got a lots of really, really good guides on there to various mental health. But I looked at the depression one. It's only like a pamphlet, but I looked at it on a PDF file online, and I looked on. I looked through this brochure, and the second page had like a signs and symptoms. And I was going through the signs and symptoms, going, yep, and I started to get a bit worried because it's not like I said the signs and symptoms that you seem to forget. Obviously, you seem to think of. It's low mood, it's all that sort of stuff. But there was things on there like forgetting things, and I'm still doing it now. I keep forgetting stuff. I kept forgetting keys. Take the keys out with me. I kept forgetting a couple of times I don't really getting turn the hob off on the oven, and there's a couple of times, there's a few more that I've done. Not every day, but quite a bit. And okay, that, and obviously weight gain, like low moods. What else was there? I was looking at, but there was a few. It was. To be honest with you, it was a forgetting things and stuff like that. Being very forgetful that leapt out at me, and then also as I was going through the signs and symptoms, there was a lot of stuff that I was just going through, going, yep, I can tick all those. Or bar maybe one or two. I mean, the suicidal thoughts thing, like I said to you, I've never had those, but that was one of the things on there. But and I did start to get a bit upset. I started to say about, I think, God, like, and it's again what most people, what's wrong with me? Why? Where's this come from? I don't understand. And like my partner says, she said, well, perhaps we should go to the doctor. And there was a bit of resistance because I was kind of like, no, I don't suffer with that. But then, she was getting a bit just upset. Obviously, she said, do it for me, obviously for the kids. And I said, yeah, you know what, I need to, because you don't want to acknowledge that there's something wrong. I still, even though I've come to terms with it a bit more now, but even up until a couple of months ago, I was probably still thinking to myself that I don't suffer with anything. Why? It's not me. I don't suffer with depression. Never have done. It's one of the things you don't believe, even though someone's pretty told you. And it weren't until I went to see the doctor, and I turned up at the doctor's with my partner, and spoke to what I just spoke to you guys about, and went through. And he said to me, "It sounds like you've got mild to medium or something like that depression, or moderate, not medium, moderate depression." And and I must say, I sort of took stock of myself, and I saw him write down at one point. I looked down. I mean, I'm a bloke. I do wear like not the same clothes, but I just throw these sweats on, throw these on. I go to doctors, and I had like a t-shirt. I was really like a bit of a food stain, and I was unshaven. I've got a couple of days growth on my face, but I was really unshaven, and all that sort of stuff just looked like it was just like I'd given up. And I looked at myself. Then I took stock of myself for a second. I thought, Christ, yeah. I do look like that, and I saw him note it down. He did note down like stain on sleeve and all this sort of stuff, and I thought, God, But I told him roughly what we've been through, and obviously when I go through the counselling, obviously I'll go through a lot more in detail with them and hopefully relay it to you guys. But and he said, yeah, it sounds like, and then there was a whole debate about whether we should go down the medication route, which I've not gone down, and I'm just, like I said, I'm waiting for a counselling appointment. On the flip side of that, things have got a lot better, I think, since that sort of thing's come to light. It's more of a case of what it was or what's causing it or what. And that's why I said before, I think it might have been going on for many, many years, because obviously, like I said, we lost the baby in May 2015. I think that affected me, or of course it affected me, but I think that knocked me for six a little bit, because I had to, obviously working in the emergency services, I had to, you know, not necessarily because it's not strictly true because people don't, but you do develop a thick skin mentality, obviously, because the stuff that you see and the stuff that you go to. So, but at the same time, I don't think that affects you personally, because sometimes you don't let your guard down. So, when we lost the baby, the next day I was back at work. I ended up being off because it was a stupid, but I had some overtime that I took. But anyway, I was back in the same ward, the same gynae ward that I was where we found out that we lost our baby. So, I had to just get on with it, and I didn't shed any tears. I do get emotional. I'm an emotional guy. Yeah, I do shed a tear or two, but it sometimes takes me a lot to do that. So whether or not I didn't come to terms with that fully, and it's only coming to light now. Obviously the job loss. Obviously we're looking at 2011 for the job loss, so we're looking at nearly 8 years ago. But I think my problems personally probably started from there, because along that way I've had. Obviously I lost my job, and I've had a job for a long time, but then since then I've had, like I said, I've had financial problems on and off, and yeah, now they've come to light that, you know, it won't be ever happening anymore. But that was not purely just pure, but there was some gambling problems in there as well. Nothing that I've never treated with, like no addictions as such, because, you know, it's just, like I said, I'll go into it in another video, but financial problems of my own doing, and you know, so there's been those on and off, and I've repeated this quite a lot of the same stuff. Like I said, I've got in shape and I've put on the weight, and there's been a lot of repeated cycles, and it's come to light now that, you know, obviously I want to break the cycles, and I think, okay, it's come more so because it's come to light now that there's a problem, and what that problem is, and like I said, I've got to speak to the counsellors, and they've got to agree with me anyway, but I've come to light what that problem is. And how I can break that cycle now. I really want to break that cycle. I just need to sit down myself, make a plan, and go from there for this year. Like I said, my main goal for this year is to lose the weight, get it back in shape again, and then the rest of it will go from there. I want to become a better dad, but that's such a vast, such a vague goal. But just have more energy. I've got a long list which I haven't got with me, but I'll share. Excuse me, that's really rude. That I'll share with you guys maybe at some point. But yeah, so there's, I think, again, like I said before, I don't really want, like I said in a previous video, part 1, I did want to say that I don't want to, you know, assign depression to all those problems why they happened. I'm just thinking they're a byproduct of what happened, and you know, I'm not at the stage. They said it's mild because. Well, they didn't say why it's mild, because I'm guessing they're saying it's mild because obviously I can do something about it. I'm not. They did recommend, they did say you want to go to the medication route, and I didn't. I've chose not to, purely because I think that if I can give things a whirl myself and try and fix it myself with counselling and stuff like that, then I'd rather do that. I'm not a big medication guy. If it's going to help me, then I'll do it. But it's a bit hard to say, yes, I think I should have medication when you've not really tried all other avenues prior to that. Yeah, don't get me wrong. If I've tried all the other avenues and it doesn't work out, then so be it. But at the moment, no. I know what I've got to do. It's pretty much. I just got to. I'm really sorry I said rude. I know what I've got to do. I'm boring myself. See, look, God knows how you must be watching this. But I just need to do it now. And you know, it's nice to talk about it, get it off my chest a little bit, just to show that, you know, we're not all, anyone that suffers with depression is not completely, I use the term vague, you know, not ignorantly, but sort of doolally. We're not all sort of suffering that, and those are the guys that are obviously need support too. But it doesn't matter if you're feeling low; it's worth looking into, you know, and seeing where you're at and speaking to the doctor about it. And then come up with a plan of action to try and sort something out. But yeah, so yeah, that's my 2-part depression story. We'll see where we go from there. Now, I've got a lot to work on this year, and yeah, but I'm quite excited about it as well. I know it's going to be hard work, but I want to get to sort of the end of the year where I'll come back, and maybe that's what I might do. I might not even record another video or something, and maybe just do a video at the end of the year and see where I'm at, and then even just front up about it and say if I'm not, then. But you know, I'm not being horrible. I know full well if I don't sort shit out, then obviously if I did a video, you'll probably see me sitting in his car with my clothes in it, living out of it. You know, I'll try not to laugh, it's not funny, but you know, it would be bad. You know, if I didn't sort this year, if things just stayed as they are now. Well, not now, they've improved slightly, but as they were a few months ago, in the sense of my mental health and in the sense of physically. You know, like I said, I don't think I'd have my partner. I think she'd get fed up and be me, which I understand would be the case. Surprised she hasn't done it yet. She might not. I'm just saying, but I know that's it. She knows where I want to be this year, and I've alluded to that. And she's a good ass kicker. She's a good ass kicker if I don't do what I say I'm going to do. So I need to involve her a lot more to kick my ass. She's got enough stuff to deal with. She doesn't need another baby. I said it before, but yeah, she's got 3 kids. She doesn't need a 4th one, you know. But you know, she'll kick my ass, and if I don't deliver on what I say, or at least look like I'm delivering what I say, then yeah, things will be bad. So I might do that in a year's time, and you can look at me and you can see this dazzling, beautiful, sexy hunk of a man, 3.5 stone lighter, with a stable financial life and a stable stable mentality. But yeah, we'll see. Anyway, sorry for my waffle, but yeah, just check. I'll put a link in there in the thing for mine, but have a look on their website if you feel that you're going through some stuff. Like I said, I'm no expert, not at all, but it was amazing that it come to light. I mean, one thing I didn't touch on quick, yeah, it was also with the us losing the baby, they were linking it, maybe it might be some sort of PTSD, that's God, my brain, it might be my brain's gone now. Not post-traumatic stress disorder, but some sort of post-natal depression. God, I couldn't think it was, you know, some sort of PND, male-related, which is something that, again, men don't talk about quite a lot. But it could be linked to that. Like I said, I've never had a chance to grieve about it really. So grieve about the situation. But that's another, yeah. Again, I just thought I'd dip that in. Yeah, so we'll see. I'll keep you posted. Maybe this might turn into some sort of depression diaries or some sort of exciting, boring thing as that. But yeah, that's my depression story and where I'm at. And yeah, like I said, check the link out if you guys are going through anything, you feel like you're going through anything, you're feeling low. It's worth checking out and just seeing if there's any sort of problems, and go and see your doctor. You know, go and check it out, and hopefully get you back on track again. But yeah, hopefully if you guys are watching it, you can watch this and hopefully you can get some inspiration from it. My journey. That's it. I'll decide to upload more. I'll see how we go. In principle, I said like I'll do it, but I don't know if I'll do it. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I'll speak to you guys soon. Take care, and yeah, just have a look at the website. Check it out. See you in a bit. Bye.